Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be taking a look at my rank 1 Granbull here in the Ultra League because we haven't really been doing Ultra League, guys, and I'm going to tell you I had a pretty good run. I'm going to say this, a lot of nice leads, and the performance of Granbull was magnificent. Right off the bat, I would recommend it. It is going to be expensive, but man oh man did it really perform well here. So I am going to be pairing it up with Charizard as well as Giratina. Yeah, I know. But hey, guess what? Still, no Registeel. Let's go. Anyways, this was, I had a great time. Granbull, fantastic. And let's take a look here. So they did make a switch into that Mewtwo. We made a switch into our Giratina here to counter them. Going for that Side Strike. It's going to do a pretty good amount of damage, so I decided to shield it up. I kind of want to win this matchup here. And we do. And we still have a shield as well, so we're looking fantastic. Let's see what they do decide to bring in here. They're going to be going with a Registeel, so we do have that Charizard in the back. We're going to be getting off a little bit more damage with this Shadow Sneak here. Just, anything helps. And they're actually getting off a charge move, which is fantastic. Now we're going to go in here with Charizard. Now the nice thing about pairing Charizard up with Granbull is the fact that Granbull is going to be weak to Steel and Poison. So basically we have the Charizard to protect it from the Steel and then the Giratina to protect it from the Poison. We also will be doing a lot of damage to Alolan Mucks, which the Giratina has to look out for somewhat. We do have Dragon Breath, so we do not need to worry about not doing much damage with our quick move. Anyways, they're going to be going back in here with their Registeel, and we're going to go ahead and get off this close combat here. And this should take the win for us. Good game. Now, I did have a problem here. I could have won 5 out of 5. We're going to take a look at that battle. It was not letting me switch. Now, one weakness that this team has is going to be Empoleon, for sure, right? Because, well, our Dragon Breath's not going to be very effective to that Steel Empoleon. And, we're going to be able to hit it with Shadow Sneak, but that's not doing the most damage. And we could potentially have to look out for a Flash Cannon or even a Blizzard, which is going to be doing massive damage to us. Charizard doesn't really want to see waterfalls. We're going to be able to do okay damage with our quick move, but other than that, yeah, I'm going to have to work around it, so let's see what we do here. Now, going for Shadow Sneak in this particular situation was not the best idea. I should have just went with Dragon Claw, but I kind of just systematically did that, but that's alright. Let's see what we can do here. We're in a great position. We're going to be able to hopefully handle this here, so let's see what happens. We go for the Dragon Claw before they take us out here, and we have 2 shields, so basically, I don't know. We're going to have to at least get off a crunch or something here. We're not going to go for close combat, not necessary. At this point, we can finish them off. As you can see, the Charm is still doing a good amount of damage. Going to be bringing in the Charizard here and absorbing this. I had to do it if I wanted to pull this win off. So we're going to be going back in, finishing them off with Charms, and we're going to go ahead and go with that Crunch here. They're using their last shield, and since we do have one more shield left, we're just simply going to be able to charm them down at this point. And there we go. That charm is doing so much damage. I love it. So this thing is going to be level 40, completely maxed out. As you've seen the IVs in the beginning, it's going to be a 10, 15, 15, rank 1. So we're met with a Togekiss. I wasn't exactly sure on how this worked, and as I seen my health going down, I was like, man, this isn't good. But I switched into Charizard, so I know I'm going to have to burn a shield. That's fine. And they're going to be making a switch into Muck here. So we're just going to go straight for the Blast Burn and see if we can recover this battle. But something odd happens here. Since I got that Blast Burn through, they were maybe potentially expecting a Dragon Claw, and at this point they do back out after I take out their Muck, and then they give up. So maybe you should try to fight the battle, but maybe they had something in the back and they knew it was game over. Anyways, on to the next battle here. Looking good. We're met with a Swampert. Now keep in mind, I have had no prior practice with this team at all. So I kind of just threw a team comp together that I figured would work okay in the Ultra League, and it's been a while since I did the Ultra League. And I'm pretty happy with the performance here. Should have been doing Ultra League this whole time to try to get my rank up, honestly, here. So we're going to be switching into Giratina. I was trying to catch a potential Hydro Cannon, so they still go for it, which is fine. Perfect. We have a bit of energy. They're going in here with their Gyarados, and that is going to have super effective Dragon Breath, I do believe. Alright, or is it Bite? I can't tell. I think it's Dragon Breath. Nonetheless, we're still looking pretty good here. They're going to be going for Crunch. We're going to let that go through. That's fine. We're going to go back in here with Granbull, and I did not hit that. I swear, I hit the Crunch, and that was pretty annoying. This is the battle where it was not letting me switch in the beginning. As you've seen, I was trying to catch that switch, and it actually picked the wrong charge move, so this is pretty much a loss here because of the game error. To be honest, it wasn't necessarily my fault. So potential 5 out of 5 could have got. But that's all right. It is what it is, and I'm still happy with the wins that I did get here. I guess you can say it's the last day of Season 1. Tomorrow we're going to be entering into Season 2 around 1 p.m. your local time. We'll see if Niantic decides to change that up, but it is going to be going into the Great League, which is going to be pretty exciting for almost a month. Pretty insane. Anyways, for the next match, we're met with a Kingdra here. Man, the game was giving me great leads. I can't complain at all. And they're going to be making a switch into their Mewtwo here. So, what do? I'm just going to absorb the Psy Strike. That's fine. And now we're going to go for Shadow Sneak. Now, every time I had a battle, I went for Shadow Sneak. They shielded. And if I went for Dragon Claw, they didn't shield. Even if I built up to a Shadow Sneak. So crazy every single time. Now, we're going to be shielding this up so we can survive a little bit longer and potentially take out this Mewtwo here. Let's see if they decide to commit to 2 shields. And they do, which is perfectly fine with me. At this point, they're making a switch back in. Well, they're going into Registeel now, so that's fine. They are locked, and we're going to be able to go in here with our Charizard. So Charizard is going to be able to resist both Flash Cannon and Focus Blast because of the Flying and Fire typing. Absolutely amazing. Not as squishy as the Great League at all. So pretty good option for sure. Of course, with that Community Day Blast Burn. Potentially should have farmed a little bit more, but I was feeling pretty comfortable because I knew exactly what they had back there. I'm going to be able to go for the Dragon Claw here, and at this point I don't need to shield up. I just need to do as much damage. Looks like they're farming me down, but we do have that Granbull in the back, so we're going to go ahead and throw in the Giratina to absorb any sort of charge move. Fantastic, they get it off instead of farming down, and that is going to help us out. They're going to be making a switch into Mewtwo, but it's so low. We're going to go ahead and shield this up, and we're going to be resisting dragon moves, so even if they hit us with an Outrage, we'll be looking fine. But they did use that energy. Hydro Pump would have hurt us, but we're able to simply charm down and take the win there. Able to win 4 out of the 5. As we've seen, the one that I lost, it was because it was hitting charge moves I wasn't tapping on. It wasn't not letting me switch. So, you know, running into little errors there. Anyways, on to the next set here. We're met with a Poliwrath. Fantastic. Let's see what they're going to switch into. It's going to be an Articuno. We're going to go straight Charizard here. Now, the ice moves, you know, are going to kind of hurt, but we're looking fine here. I don't think we're going to need to shield up anything. I think Alright, we shield up the first one, which was Hurricane. So I think that might have taken us out, or just about taken us out. So it's a good thing we shielded it up. Had no idea they were going to potentially go for that. I was expecting an Icy Wind. Going back in here with the Poliwrath, we're going to go ahead and go with that Blast Burn to do as much damage, even though it is resisted. Those Community Day moves are just so OP. We're able to do a lot of damage to that Poliwrath, and we're looking pretty good at this point. They actually use their energy because, well, the quick move is not really doing much, so they're going to have to before we hit them with another charge. And we have no more Charizard, and in comes a Scizor here, so not looking great. Well, it's not looking horrible, to be honest with you. I just have to make sure to do as much damage to this thing as possible, and then the Granbull is going to be able to handle the Poliwrath at the end there with not that much health left. So let's see what they do. This is going to be hurting quite a bit. They did not get the boost. We're looking fantastic at this point. Now, could have went for Dragon Claw, but that's fine. We do have a charge move about to be ready. I didn't know how much energy they had, so I just hit it. That's fine, because as soon as this Poliwrath comes in, we're going to be able to charm down and take the win there. Looking fantastic. All right, as you can see, Granbull is putting in work, guys. So we're met with a Giratina. This is a great lead yet again. They're switching into Muck. Now, we could have potentially stayed in there, and because Charm's still doing a lot of damage to it, even though it's poison, because it is also part dark. They're going to be going for that Sludge Wave here. Now I'm going to potentially try to bait out a shield and then go for Blast Burn, but they do not give up the shield, so unfortunately I could have KO'd if I just simply went for Blast Burn, but, you know, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But we're able to take it fairly low. I wanted to win this matchup because I wanted to see what they're going to bring in, so I thought that was worth expending a shield at this point. Let's see what they decide to go in here with. Not going to be able to farm. It's going to be a Lucario. Very interesting. So what we can do here, going to go ahead and go with Granbull, do a few charms, charge up a little bit, and then go in here with the Giratina, and they're going to be going in with their own. So we're looking great at this point because the Granbull is going to be able to potentially handle both of those Pokemon, the Lucario as well as the Giratina. That Giratina's health is down super fast. And yes, Lucario is going to be part Steel, so it's not going to be super effective, but Lucario is kind of squishy and also part Fighting type, so it is going to be hurting it quite a bit anyways. And we're able to have them use their energy. This is great. We're going to go back in here with Granbull. We have plenty of health. Expecting a Shadow Ball here, so we have one shield left, so we're looking fantastic. Going to shield it up and simply take them out with Charm. Looking great. So, man, oh man, absolutely highly recommended this Pokemon here. We're met with another fantastic lead. What is going on today? Wow. So they're switching into Swampert. We're going to go into our Giratina immediately. As you can see, this team comp is working out quite nice for us here. But like we described, we can run into a few issues. Potentially a Empoleon because of the water typing. That's why I have Charizard for those steel types. But Empoleon's a bit tricky to work around. So I have to kind of maneuver around that situation. Leading with an Empoleon on the opposite team is not going to be great for me, as we see, but I worked around that. Anyways, they're going to be switching into their Giratina. They maybe wanted me to go for a potential Dragon Claw and hit the Scizor for not very effective, but we did not fall for that. And we're going to be going for another Shadow Sneak here. And we have that Charizard in the back. And we're going to be able to handle that with ease. They can go ahead and hit us with whatever they want. We're going to be looking fantastic at this point. And they have the Giratina. I'm going to be switching into Granbull immediately. That thing is at full health. So we need to kind of watch ourselves. We don't need to get off a charge move. Don't need to do that. We're just going to charm it down. Just like we went over during the Snubbull task day. Kind of going over the Sims for it. Is able to charm a lot of things down. We're able to take that win. We're met with another great lead, a Poliwrath. Fantastic. They're switching into a Swampert. We've seen this before. And we're going to go ahead and go in with our Giratina, resisting the water type moves. And they're going for Earthquake, doing a lot of damage, but we're still going to be pretty comfortable in this position here. Kind of want to win this outcome, I do believe. And they're going to be letting that go through. Still 2 shields here. And I think I do shield this up. It is going to just be a Hydro Cannon, but that's perfectly fine. As long as we win this matchup here, they're going to be going in. We have a little bit of energy to hit them with whatever, and then we're going to be able to counter them accordingly with our Pokemon. So they're going in with the Poliwrath. They can't farm us down, that's for sure, so they're going to have to use energy, which is good. Ice Punch is going to hurt us, and we're able to get to another Dragon Claw. Wow, Giratina is such a beast, guys. The IVs on this one aren't great, as you've seen in the beginning of the video, but it doesn't really matter. Shiny, let's go. And they're going to be switching into Scizor, and we're going into our Charizard, and it is a game over. So we're going to shield this up here, build up a ton of energy. I wouldn't say a ton, but a good amount here. Going to be going for that Dragon Claw. Onto that Poliwrath to get that last shield. We're able to get to another one here, and we should be able to seal the deal using their other shield. Oh, and then they give up. Yep, pretty much, right. Good game. All right, so moving it on to the next one here, folks. Let's get it. And we're met with a Feraligatr. Very interesting. Let's see how this plays out. So the charms, it looks like we're about even here. I'm doing a little bit more damage, but they're going to be able to get to their charge moves a little sooner than me. Now, what I wanted to do was catch that Hydro Cannon, but we were able to just simply charm it down. They're bringing in a Clefable, and I just systematically go for Crunch, unfortunately. Could have went for Close Combat, doing a little bit more, but that's okay. We're switching into Giratina. Pretty silly move to do, right? Let's see how this works out, though. Should have went with Charizard, to be honest. Not too sure what I was thinking at this point. Going for that Meteor Mash, they take us down. All right, so what I was thinking was go in here with the Giratina, do as much damage as possible, have them expend their energy, and then just go in here with Charizard and farm down. Now, they're able to get off another charge move. Meteor Mash at that, so that was a shield we did not need to use. They're bringing in Giratina, and let's see if we're going to be potentially able to win this battle here. And this is their last Pokemon. We're going to be switching into our Granbull to absorb this, but it's not looking like we're going to be able to do this here, folks. Should have switched into Charizard when they went into Clefable. That was kind of a mistake on my end. And now, yeah, we're in a pretty tight situation here. We're going to be able to Dragon Claw, doing good damage. This was a close battle. I mean, it's not like a loss super bad or anything. And we're almost able to get to another Dragon Claw, which would have sealed the deal. So good game. Very good game. And I think we won. That was our only loss for this set. So, fantastic. I don't mind at all. As long as the battles are clean, when I lose with no lag, then there is really nothing to complain about. It's just your end and you're getting countered. So we had a great lead. They're switching into Swampert yet again. We've seen this so many times. We're just going to go into Giratina and handle the situation. They're deciding to go for Hydro Cannon. It's a good thing we did not use a shield there. Seemed a little bit soon, and that's another reason why I probably didn't go for the shield. And I'm just going to let whatever this is go through. It's probably going to be an Earthquake. Yep, but that's fine. We're going to be able to farm down. We have a lot of energy. Let's see what they decide to enter in with. And we'll make our decision. It's going to be a Giratina. We're going to go ahead and go with the Dragon Claw here. Just do as much damage before they do take us out. And that's great. We're going to be able to go back in here with Granbull. They're going to have to switch into their Caesar, and ooh, wow, yeah, this is hard. Hard game over for them because of the steel and bug typing is super weak. We don't even need to get off a charge move, and we're simply going to go for Dragon Claw at this point and take out that Giratina, or attempt to. They have 2 shields left, and at this point they just, backed out. Those charms, man, they just hit you, and before you know it, your team is almost out, and you have a couple of shields left. So we're met with an Articuno. I didn't like this too much. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. So what I'm concerned about is them getting off that Icy Wind and lowering our attack for our charm, because that is what the Granbull is pretty much relying on here, is that very nice charm damage. But at this point, they're dropping it by 2 stages with this Icy Wind, and the damage is really adding up here, and they're able to take the win. So we're going to have to go in here with Charizard and take them out. They did have a bit of energy, so they're going to be able to counter us here. Let's see what they go in with. It's a Poliwrath. So, wonder what they have in the back. Must be something extremely weak to fire. So at this point, I think it's going to be safe to switch. Or am I going to just continue on here? Because if they're going in with Poliwrath, that's an indicator to me that there's something back there that does not want to see Charizard potentially. Or they just may want me to think that. Or they just simply went in with Poliwrath, and that's the end of the story. It is going to be a Mewtwo, so not necessarily weak to Blast Burn or Charizard in general, but this is actually a good situation from us because we're going to be able to do a lot of damage with that Shadow Sneak. We are able to get 1 through. They still do have a shield, so we need to be careful of this situation. Now we're going to go for Dragon Claw to burn that shield. Let's see if they give it up, and they do. Fantastic. All right, so this is an exception of a situation regarding using those specific charge moves and then letting it through here. In comes Charizard. We're getting a little bit more energy. We're going to go for that Dragon Claw because this is going to be able to KO the Mewtwo. And we're going to, wow, this is, I was afraid they had 2 Ice Punches, and I kind of wanted to get to Blast Burn, but I was like, no, just go for Dragon Claw. That's going to KO. Don't get greedy and lose this match here. We're on a good streak. Let's not ruin it. We're able to take the win. Fantastic. And good game. On to the next one. We're met with an Empoleon. So this is exactly what we're talking about. Horrible situation. We're going to be switching into Giratina, and they're going to be going into their own here. So this is okay because we do have an energy advantage at this point, and the waterfalls weren't really doing that much damage, and that Giratina is already at half health. So we're looking pretty good. Going to shield this up because I do want to win this, and I think that's where I messed up. This battle is going to go downhill because I used that shield in that particular moment with the Giratina. I should have saved it for later on because we're already in a comfortable position. There was no need for me to use a shield, honestly. And then they go in with Gardevoir, and I go for Dragon Claw because I was afraid the charm was going to take us out before I was able to get to Shadow Sneak, but it looks like I was able to potentially make it there, and ooh-wee, this is not good. So yes, Charizard's going to be able to resist it, but we are, I go for Dragon Claw, and look, they let it go through because they know they got the Empoleon in the back that's going to be able to handle both my Granbull and the Charizard, so they're just saving those shields for that Empoleon, which is a smart move and probably something I would have done myself as well. We did make an adjustment to the team later down the line. We'll be taking out Charizard and putting in Toxicroak because of this whole Empoleon issue that I was having here, and you're going to see exactly how the algorithm works when I do make that switch. So you're seeing hard counters for these teams here, right? Empoleon, we're having great leads, we can't complain, but you're seeing some sort of a pattern that's kind of matching up the Pokemon in the back to what I have to potentially counter me. But as soon as I make the switch to Toxicroak, it throws in a Confusion user in the beginning, and then other teams are actually going to have counters to Toxicroak, which was very unusual because I didn't see a single Confusion user this whole time with this team here until I put Toxicroak. Very mysterious. Anyways, we made a switch into our Charizard here. Hopefully we're going to be able to farm it down, and we do. But we're holding on by a thread, so we kind of need to get off a charge move ASAP. We're just going to be going for Blast Burn immediately. So the Poliwrath's quick moves are not going to be able to immediately take us out, so we're looking pretty good. Able to go for another one here. Yes, not very effective to those water types, but look at that. We already got them down to about, let's say like 10% health. So we're looking fantastic. We should be able to go in here with Granbull and charm them down before they're able to get to a charge move. In comes the Giratina, and then they do give up that match there, so good game. Looking great. As you can see, guys, we had a good run today. Like I stated in the beginning, I should have just ran Ultra League for crying out loud and probably would have been a rank 10. So we're met with a Shiftry, and we've seen the simulator on that. We don't need to get off a charge move at all. That thing is squishy. We will be able to charm it down real fast. So they had to get out of there. They're going into their Gyarados, and I do believe it has Waterfall. So that's a great situation for us. They're going to be able to go back in here with Shiftry. We're going to do as much damage as we can before they do take us out. And I'm going to assume they're going to be able to, or they want to build up some energy here so they can hit whatever we do bring in with whatever charge move they decide to do. More than likely, I'm going to go Granbull, and then they're going to hit me with the Leaf Blade. So at this point, we can go Charizard or we can go Granbull. If we went Charizard and they hit the Leaf Blade, that would have been funny, but we didn't. So they make a switch into their Charizard, and we're looking pretty awesome, I do believe here. We're going to let this Blast Burn go through, doing a lot of damage. We're going to go ahead and retaliate with our own Blast Burn. And they did not shield it up, so wow. We're able to get to the Dragon Claw. And I do believe they shielded it up here. I don't know if that was the best call, but honestly, we have a Charizard and a Charm User over here. So this is great. We're going to go ahead and let them just take us out. We're going to go in here with Granbull. And this is a big time game over for the Shiftry. We still have a shield left. I don't think Leaf Blade would have KO'd us, but it would have bring us close here. But yeah, looking great. Now we're going to go ahead and test out the Toxicroak, which is actually going to be Best Buddy at level 41, sitting at 2,499 CP. And this is exactly what I was talking about. As soon as I put a Pokemon that's going to be weak to Confusion or Psychic, look at what they put in front. Are you kidding me? I mean, this is not a horrible situation, but it's kind of hilarious, and now it's super obvious the algorithm can't hide anymore. Anyways, they're going to be going for that Future Sight. Confusion is going to take a lot longer for them to get to their charge move, so thank goodness. But at the same time, it is doing a lot of damage. So we're going to be shielding this up and try to get the last shield out of them. Probably not the best play, but honestly, I was just testing this out, seeing how it worked. They're able to win the matchup, which is fine. Going to go in here with Giratina and just farm it down. And now we have energy. They're going to be going in with Lapras, so horrible situation. And I bet Giratina's in the back. Yup. As soon as we switch into our Toxicroak, go right. At this point, I should just back out. Yeah, it's a game over. I just was like, okay, I might as well just play that out just a little bit here. Shields are down. I'll entertain this idea, I suppose. Bad first run for my boy Toxicroak over here, but that's okay. Let's see if we're going to be able to actually pull a win with it and see if this team combo is going to work out. So we're met with a Gyarados. What does it have? Dragon Breath? Oh yeah, this is perfect because we do resist dragon moves. And I'm assuming they're not going to go for a Crunch. And if they do, that's fine, but it's a Hydro Pump. I just decided to use the shield. No, it doesn't matter what charge move I thought they were going to do. And let's see what they bring out. They have two shields. So we're going to go ahead and go for that close combat and then retreat into, I think we go to Giratina. So we want them to switch now. Perfect. All right, so they're bringing out Kingdra. Very interesting. Kingdra is actually a pretty good option for the Ultra League as well. But in the matchup against Giratina, I mean, Giratina is just a beast, guys. And I'm not down to lose anymore. So I was like, I'm using it. I don't care. Let's go. And we're able to take it down. They're going to be going in with Registeel. We're not shielding anything up because Toxicroak is going to be able to run through that thing. So we're just going to do as much damage as we can before we do go down here. And they do something interesting here. They try to like under tap, I think. And yeah, I mean, these things can work. So as you can see, obviously they didn't even tap anything. They may have tapped like one. And I think they do it. Well, they do it again. Yeah, for sure. And we're able to survive and get off another charge move. So, okay. They don't know we have Toxicroak, so, I mean, the thing is so low, we're able to go in and just do a couple of counters, so thanks, Toxicroak, I guess. All right. So this is going to be our last battle, trainers. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I'm going to be bringing you some more PvP battles later today. We're going to be taking a look at some Great League battles. All right, so up against the Mewtwo here. We've seen this before, and let's see if we can bait a shield out of them here. This is one of those situations, and of course they don't shield it up. I built up to a Shadow Sneak, and they just let it go through. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and use a shield ourselves. And they have still yet to use a shield. We're going for Dragon Claw, lesser energy, because now it will KO. And they do let it go down, which is good. Let's see what they do decide to go back in here with. It's going to be a Muck. We're going to be going for that Dragon Claw. We have Toxicroak in the back, which is going to be a hard counter to Alolan Muck, for sure. Because both Dark and Poison are going to be resisted by Toxicroak, while the counters are going to be doing pretty good damage, as well as the Mud Bombs are going to be doing super effective. So this is a great position. Definitely not going to be using that shield. Going for Dark Pulse. And they're switching into Poliwrath, in which we're going to be going into our Granbull. And letting that one go through. Charms are doing so much damage. Man, I enjoyed Granbull today, guys. It was a really fun Pokemon. Good old Churchill is what I called mine. All right, trainers, thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.